Hello there, good evening, and a warm welcome to you. This is Business Focus here on TV3 with me, Michael Obodu. Coming up tonight on the show, as tensions rise in the Middle East and oil prices climb above $80 per barrel, questions are emerging about Ghana's energy security. At the same time, gold prices are surging to near record highs. But is Ghana positioned to benefit from this global uncertainty, or are we exposed to new economic risks? Details of these and more lined up for here on Business Focus tonight. We have all that and more lined up for you. We'll also be exploring the possible impacts of this tensions in the Middle East on the agricultural sector and our food security as a country. But if you're just tuning in, this is Business Focus here on TV3 with me, Michael Obodu, and Business Focus is sponsored by Telecel as well as EcoBank. We'll bring you updates now from the currency and the commodities market, and also some other rounds from the Treasury bill fronts. But every day people face different emergencies: police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name it. But many Ghanaians don't know their emergency numbers. Well, here's one you would always want to remember: *770#. Yes, *770# is a new EcoBank money emergency number. *770# gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more, even without data. So there's no need for you to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency. EcoBank will come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Well, let's turn our attention now to the currency as well as the commodities front, and also bring you updates from the Treasury bill market. We know government again hit another oversubscription, but let's take you to the world quickly and bring you updates. Well, the dollar will be bought from you at 10 cedis 77 pesos, sold to you at 10 cedis 78 pesos. The pound will be bought from you at 14 cedis 43 pesos, sold to you at 14 cedis 44 pesos. The euro, on the other hand, will be bought from you at 12 cedis 48 pesos, sold to you at 12 cedis 50 pesos. I'll be guided that these figures will be much higher at a forex bureau near you. On the commodity front, we're seeing cocoa shed some $13. It's trading at $3,217 per ton. Gold also is down significantly, lost $72.55. It's now at $5,099. It's still within the 5,000 mark, and these and more will be explored on the show. However, crude oil, on the other hand, has gone up by $7.98. It's now above $100. What does this mean for us as a country? We'll be exploring all of that shortly. On the Treasury bill, for 91-day bill is going for 4.83, 182-day bill going for 6.3, 364-day bill going for 9.35. And yes, government again hit another oversubscription after last week of almost tripling the subscription levels. This time around, they hit their subscription levels by an excess of some 90%. Interesting numbers there. We'll see if this winning streak of the government will continue with a trend, especially of oversubscriptions. But this is Business Focus here on TV3. Stay with us. We have details more coming for you.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you bank like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Transform your business ideas into success stories with Telecel Business. Choose from a wide range of products and services tailor-made to drive your business. Call 0302-233-4040 or email to business@telecel.com.gh to sign up today. Telecel Business, connecting opportunities, connecting goals, connecting businesses. Telecel, connecting energies.
Life can be giving it to you wittle like that, and everything around you will be affected big time. Too many uncertainties and fears. But with the right partner like Empo Life Insurance Ghana, you are sorted. Save kutu, save bam. You get the best healthcare, solid pensions trust policies, and the peace of mind to grow your business and focus on what truly matters. Ample Insurance, empowering people.
It's time to explore Ghana again. From 19th to 22nd March, join the Ghana Month Expedition. 3 regions, 4 days. Eastern, Ashanti, Central. We kick it off in Eastern region. Chocolate experiences, fresh farm fruits, Safari Valley lunch with zebras and exotic animals, Bonsu Eco Park for canopy walks and ziplining, and then party at the Rock City Hotel. Ashanti takes over. Bonre Kente Museum, Kumasi Museum, Comfort Noche Source Site, Lake Bosumtri for hiking adventures and sleepover at Rich Condos. Central brings the history at Singmanso, Cape Coast Castle, plus lunch by the coast. Then a Crown Resort vacation, quad biking, horse riding, water adventures. All this for 6,500 Ghana Cedi single, 5,500 Ghana Cedi shared rooms, and 10,500 Ghana Cedis couple. You're interested, right? Call now 0531 100927 or 0247 120 633. Ghana Month Expedition, 19th to 22nd March. Don't just watch Ghana, experience it.
Sponsored by Nero Prime Water.
Talk, because I already know everything now.
I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
I think that it's better that you talk to me, because otherwise I'm going to call the police.
Malu,
and you know
it was Amora. She forced me to switch the results.
They grew up together, but the world tore them apart.
What did you do to Gianni?
No, don't go in there.
Murderer!
God knows that I didn't mean to kill her, but I killed Gianni.
I'm gonna kill you!
Now fate will bring them back, but not without a fight, love, betrayal, and a past that won't stay buried.
I didn't do anything, man! I didn't do anything,
You tried to kill my wife!
You're crazy, man!
Beto, what are you doing? Stop it! Are you crazy?
3 hearts, 1 destiny. Who will win when love gets tangled?
Tangled Hearts shows Monday to Thursday at 8 p.m. on TV3.
Brought to you by Deluxy Acrylic Paint.
Nero Prime Water. Trust in every drop.
Welcome. Let's focus here on TV3 with me, Michael Obodu. Just combust were some tidbits from EcoBank. But then every day people face different emergencies. Police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name it. But many Ghanaians don't know their emergency numbers. Well, here's one you would always want to remember, *770#. Yes, *770# is the new EcoBank money emergency number. *770# gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more, even without data. So there's no need for you to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank and proud sponsor of Business Focus, as well as Telecel. Now to our topic for today, and the issue of tensions in the Middle East. Now, as rising tensions in the Middle East are once again sending shockwaves through global markets, oil prices are climbing amid fears of supply disruptions. while gold prices are surging as investors rush to safe haven assets. But what does this mean for Ghana? Could higher oil prices threaten the country's energy security and fuel inflation? And as gold prices rise, is Ghana positioned to benefit from the global uncertainty? Tonight on Business Focus, we examine the implications of Middle East tensions on Ghana's economy, energy security, and even food prices. Well, joining us virtually is Dr. Eversingopong. He is the Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies. However, he wears two hats. Today, I know, Doc, you are with SIBO, Comac, but I also know that you are an energy analyst. So we'll switch to that hat for the start of the show. Later, also, Professor Isaac Boedi will be joining us. He's a financial economist. We'll also hear from the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors. Morrison Anthony, the CEO of the Chamber of Agribusiness, will join us later. But then, Doc, to you, thank you so much for your time. Oil prices have crossed record $100 per barrel. Did you see this coming?
Yes and no. We didn't see this coming as at, I would say, 3 weeks ago. Yes, the chamber had predicted prices to go up for the window which we find ourselves in. But not to talk about $100 per barrel, which is the highest Brent has even recorded in a week for the past 6 years. And indeed, it's also the first time from 2023 that we are having, petroleum crude oil prices striking above 100. Yes, at this point, we foresaw this coming when the war started. Initially, it was 80, went to 90, went to 100 now, and we are even anticipating 110, 120 by the end of the week if this war is not ceased. Two things are causing these prices to rise. And let me also mention that it's not only affecting the crude oil prices, it's also heavily affecting the flat and ice prices for petroleum products, which we call the petrol and diesel, and even LPG also in the market. We are facing this because of the supply disruption that this is causing, and also the vessel non-release. There are so many vessels that are carrying crude oil around that Middle East corridor that are not being able to be evacuated or on standby to pick product, and it's on a waiting list, or it's been asked to settle down because of the current war happening in the Strait of Hormuz. If you take a look at those who are really affected by, then let me also say that there are three areas of energy security that is being affected now. The first one is the product availability itself. Product availability can be taken a look at from different dimensions, okay? Product availability can be from the supply angle. So from the supply angle, the product is available, and from the demand side, the petroleum product is not available, okay? Because there's another factor of the A, which is the accessibility. Because it's available, but we don't have access to it due to logistics issue, because of the Strait of Hormuz distraction. And I'm saying this because many countries are being affected in different ways. What the country like Pakistan, even Australia is facing is not the same thing Ghana is facing, because they are facing supply challenges. So availability issue at the optical level is what they are now experiencing, which we are not experiencing at this moment.
All right.
However, the third leg, which is the affordability, that is the price tag, is what everybody in this world, no matter where you are, no matter which continent you are in, are going to face this particular issue.
Okay. Now, Doc, you made some interesting revelations there. You are saying that at the end of the week, you are projecting that it could hit as high as 120. But just to give our viewers a good perspective of where we are really as a country, we'll walk them through a brief slide, and then we'll come to you on Ghana's petroleum imports exposure and pricing in the Middle East. We've seen over the last week, or since this attack started, this conflict started, we've seen a 27% increase in the price of petrol. If your $20 increase that you are projecting by the end of the week comes through, it means that increase will be in excess of 30 to 40% increase in fuel prices over the next couple of days. Now, we do know also that about 20% of Ghana's petroleum products comes through the Gulf area. So that means that the 20% of our supply is at risk. But my question would be then that if it is just 20%, why are we seeing that spike beyond 20% in the increase? If it's just a 20% disruption in terms of volumes, how is it affecting prices that much? I'm sure you have answers for us later. We know that petrol, we have about 5.3 weeks of cover. Diesel, we have about 7.8 weeks. But you help us also understand, really, are these numbers still valid? Because we've done 1 week already. How much of supply has gone? What is left? Have we gotten new stock? We've also heard that Dangote refinery has stopped people from lifting. How does that affect our energy security? Are we likely to begin to experience shortages? We already have gotten hints of it from last week, over the weekend. Was that exclusively just the ICOMS issue, or really there's a supply side to it? Help us understand once we are done walking through that. So our monthly consumption in terms of fuel, we do about 285.5 million liters for petrol, diesel 242. Are we going to be able to get enough stock to supply this demand on a monthly? Right now, that 20% is already at risk. Those are the critical questions. Doctor, I'll come back to you. So I've thrown a lot of questions. I don't know how you'd want to approach them.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. This is a mouthful of questions, and let me start with where I ended, because it will still bring answers to the questions you were asking. Like I said, Ghana is being faced with petroleum price issue. And yes, indeed, the SREF for last 2 weeks, last week and this week, are not the same. We've seen a huge increase, even in the pricing window against the net selling window at the BDC level. And I believe that Seaboard can throw more light into that, and that's a fact. We've engaged Seaboard, we've engaged MPA today, we've even engaged samples of BIDEX or BDCs to really understand as OMCs what we should expect going forward. And it's not different from what you and I are talking about now. And but supply security is not a problem today, and I'll say that emphatically. You mentioned 20%. Let's also not forget that we have local refineries that are doing 20 to 30%. That is not in the analysis that we've all seen for the past 2 days, right? So that being said, Dangote has been supplying us through the IOTCs. Let's not debunk that. Just like any other businessman, just like you and I, that statement was for petrol. I think I remember he was saying that they should do fractional sales just so that they can make more revenue from the price hike, especially during the weekend. So this was in reference to the weekend, because during the weekends we normally do not price at the flat or ice level, right? So it's not the same today. Confirmation is that there've been a lot of loadings from Dangote today as we speak. However, he's not going to reduce the fuel to our dear mother country, Ghana, just because we are neighbors. He's a businessman. Remember, it's not Ghana that goes to buy the fuel from Dangote. It is our own IOTCs who will bring fuel from Europe, America, or anywhere that will bring it, who are not necessarily Ghanaian companies or Ghanaian cents. Okay, and this will be bought by the BDCs, indeed. So Dangote will not look at, hey, okay, Vitol, you are taking this product to Ghana. They are my brothers, so I'm giving you a discount. It doesn't work like that. And even the question is about if Vitol will get a discount and give it that discount is another question. Please let me also say that I mentioned this name as an example. It's not that go and write that Vitol will not give discount to Ghana when it gets it. It's not that. That is wrong. So then you talk about ICOMS. ICOMS has ICOM's ERDMS issues have been intermittent, on and off. These are internet operating mediums for which our members use to load fuel through the BDCs from the depots, okay? It went down over the weekend, and today we're expecting it to come up. We engaged MPA, the ICOMS operators, and the ERDMS operators, even including GRA Customs. Let me say that ICOMS is operated by GRA and is for all product that is imported through our port.
Yeah.
And ERDMS is the portal operated by the NPA. And therefore, every petroleum product that is lifted goes through the ERDMS before the oil marketing companies will be able to lift the product.
Okay.
Most of the times, this interface must communicate before we get a green light for any OMC to get a discharge.
All right.
Right? And when we met, one of the solutions we found was that if we could decouple them, because we realized that the problem was coming from, at that time we thought it was coming from the usual ICOMS problems. And when we attempted decoupling it, then we realized that it actually not ICOMS, it was the ERDMS.
Okay. No, just to give a quick update, there's a post from Star Oil Ghana that says that the technical issue has been resolved. Our trucks have started lifting products and will soon begin restocking stations.
Yeah, I also hope that he also write that the issue was not ICOMS, it was another person, so we shouldn't blame people wrong. Okay.
Fair point, but at least I'm sure for us consumers, all we care about is that there's available stock, and it's reassuring to hear that the issue, whatever the issue is, it has been addressed. But Doc, please hold on for me. Let me cross over to Professor Isaac Buedi. He is a financial economist. Prof, global crude oil spiking, gold still in the $5,000 region. Where does this leave us really as a country? Are we safe? Are we out of the woods? Is the gold market price as we speak at the moment enough to cushion us or absorb us from any impact of the spike in crude oil prices?
Yeah, Michael, good evening, and good evening to your listeners, your viewers as well. Good evening to my other colleagues. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go on.
Yes, thank you. The Middle East conflict involving Iran, Israel, and the US is currently creating high volatility in a global gold market. And the effect is mixed, but generally bullish in the medium term. In fact, when we talk about global gold market, and we need to understand that there are varied markets that we have. We have the commodity market, we have the currency market, we have the money market, we have the capital market. In fact, a lot of markets, but these markets are often affected when we have tensions, when we have geopolitical risk. We have a lot of issues when you talk about this. And its implications are dire, are varied. In fact, on our economy, on our city, and our gold board policy. I was happy when I was happy and sad at the same time when the president on the 69th Ghana's independence had indicated that he had ordered the minister in charge to estimate the impact of the tension in that region on our economy. He was right. And I was very happy when he finally accepted that, yes, we are going to have issues. At the same time, I was sad because sometimes our politicians, the same administration that some years ago told us that global tensions or issues do not affect our economy, miles away, they don't have effect. Because now they have come to have that kind of acceptance that, yes, they do have. So back to the question that you raised, yes, the Middle East conflict can push gold prices to a record high. And this is how they'll have major implications on our commodity and city, and then proposed gold board policy I indicated. In fact, if you check from the statistics, the record that we have from the economic and financial data from BOG, clearly it tells you that the Middle East war could ironically become a microeconomic opportunity for Ghana. We don't wish that people should go through the ordeal they are going through, where they cannot even have light in their country, where people are being killed. That is not what we want for humanity. But sometimes when you flip the coin, the other side, it creates major opportunity for countries that do have commodity, that do have products, for instance, that trade in commodity market. I'm referring to the gold and referring to the cocoa. For Ghana, gold is Ghana's largest export. And global demand for gold rises during wars. This is a basic thing that we know, that global demand for gold rises during wars. So higher prices will obviously improve foreign reserves and the cedi. But you see, once we have the Middle War tension, it sends some signals to investors, because investors will be running for gold. Then gold will become a safe haven, because when we have periods of tensions and war within countries, then you understand that in terms of global financial market, there will be uncertainty, because investors will sell their stocks. That has to do with the capital market. Investors will avoid risky currency, so we are looking at the currency market. The investors may buy gold and other US treasuries. So gold will become a store of value during instability. That's what we should know. But for Ghana, we are blessed to have a product. We are blessed to have this gold that we have. So often, what happens is that when people are running away from the currency market, run away from the capital market, making gold a store of value, obviously, you are looking at foreign reserves. You are looking at increasing the value. So when we take opportunity to increase our stocks of gold that we have, you then will understand that, yes, we have a comparative advantage as a country. But, Michael, let us all be careful where, as a country, we find ourselves now. If you go back and check the same data, the gold prices had gone through two phases. In fact, before the crisis and during, we cannot talk about after, because the war has not ended. But before and during, if we pick the macroeconomic data of BOG, 2024, gold stood at 2,661 per ounce.
Yeah.
As of 2025 in December, we recorded 4,316 per ounce. So it tells you that within 1 year, gold had appreciated about 63.4%. So that is the position we find ourselves. And I've indicated that when we have tensions and war, people will move into safer, assets. And that's safer, store of value, which is gold. So if you're going to recall this, and the gold is going to continue for some time, you can understand the value of gold per tons. What it means is that Ghana is, we are placed in a very good position if you want to have gold as a commodity that we can trade in. Because total export of a country, as of 2025, 31.1 billion dollars. And as a percentage of that amount, in terms of total export, that is gold. Gold alone gave us $20.9 billion.
Okay.
It tells you that Ghana alone account for gold alone, account for roughly 67% of Ghana's export earnings. But
Prof, let me come in a bit there, because you see, there's also the concern that a lot of Ghana's gold goes towards the Dubai region, and now because of this conflict, there's all the airstrips have been shut down, so that's going to affect our supply of gold. Unless you think that the water will find its level and this wouldn't impact us so much. On the other hand, also, I want to draw your attention to the fact that cocoa prices are also picking up. Between the end of February and now, it has gone up by some $300. So maybe just oppose all of this and tell us where really we are.
Yeah. In fact, water, of course, will find its own level.
Gold has indeed surged by roughly
When you are able to store, increase your gold value or your gold reserves, we create value for what we have. So in terms of our marketing outlets, we have so many outlets that we can also ship our gold and send them to. That can also get us the value that we need. The important thing is, how do we take advantage of the situation we find ourselves? It might not be a very good advice at this stage that there's a war, let's take advantage. No, but this is a product that we have. And once we have value, we have access to output of those golds. Obviously, we increase. But, Michael, let's also be careful here that as a country, we dropped our gold reserves of value from 31 or so to 18 tons. So at this stage, where we think if we have had more, would have created more value, we have sold almost half of our reserves there. What happens to us? Now we have sent a bill also to Parliament that we need to go and repurchase those golds again. What are we doing as a country? This is a clear opportunity that we have. This is a very good platform at this stage where a country can lock in terms of our capital.
Interesting one there. So we're in a good place. We just need to focus on value addition. And we should be fine, if I get that understanding. But Doc, please hold on. Let me, Prof, let me speak to Dr. Boedi briefly. Sorry, Dr. Riversingopong briefly. Prof, you've heard, Doc, you've heard Prof say that we're in a good place. There's no much cause for concern. We should be fine overall from a financial economics perspective. That must be reassuring for you. And then while you respond to that also, this issue of hoarding that came up also, is it real? Maybe you want to end with that one.
The issue of what? Can you repeat that part?
Okay, so I wanted you to answer two questions. First off, what do you make of Doc's submission that we're in a good place, we should be fine? And then also there was a concern that had come up that some BDCs are likely to begin hoarding. Remember, the NPA said they were going to try to stop that, but what's the situation on the ground? So these two,
okay,
please.
Yeah, so, yeah, you know, economic parameters are in phases. I'll not be, I'll not sit here and dispute what a fellow professor in economics like myself has also seen. But one thing I can say is that crude oil products is one of the factors to the socioeconomic impact of any country. Today, UK has recorded one of the highest ever diesel and petrol prices above £2 in history. You understand? And we all know the impact of this on the British market or the British economy. And I believe that today, if you wake up and we say that fuel price has jumped from 11 or 12 to 15 or 17, believe me, I don't think it will be a good thing to say that this will not impact us socioeconomically. It surely would. As far as product security is concerned, like I said, we are not being faced with that particular challenge yet, or I don't see it happen anytime soon. So we are kind of engulfed around a tangent. Now with the hoarding of products, also we've had chats with the BDCs. Today, I've not received any complaint from my members yet. All products that went through the ERDMS were green lighted by the BDCs and were invoiced. So I believe that will be a thing of the past. Even if there was any attempt by any BDC to do so, this has been able to been resolved amicably. The issue now has to do with how our next pricing window will be, and I believe that by Thursday by this time, we'll be able to give you more insight on that.
Things we have Dr. Patrick Ofori joining us via phone. He's the CEO of the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors. Doc, thank you so much for your time. Straight to the point. Are your members hoarding fuel?
Like Robertson said, no. We need to correct some erroneous impression about the market. Now, our market is way under capitalized for any BDC to attend that. Because one, the IOTC who are giving you the product are giving you, you've either purchased with an LC, that the bank that has financed it is waiting for the day for you to pay the bank. In addition to that, the IOTC, who has also given you product on open credit, has got his collateral managers on site to ensure that they rake in their money to also book their subsequent cargoes coming in. So that cannot happen. It's just that sometimes when people go through certain challenges, we've done what we normally call a tender for some of the big guys who go through that tender. The moment you lock in a tender price, I'm supposed to offer that to you. Once the tender process ends, and you anticipate that prices are going to go up, so I should give you the pricing that for the transaction that we've completed. I don't think it's fair on anybody who is engaging in that transaction. Another thing that we also need to educate the public about, within the pricing of petroleum products, we have those who trade on the basis of the daily Platts numbers. That is what we term the spot. There are others who also do what we normally call a weekly average or monthly average. But because we don't have that luxury to activate some of these strategies, majority, about 80% of our members do the daily trigger, because if you are not careful and the prices go down widely, your capital and everything you lose on that front. And in addition to the forest exposure that we are normally exposed to. So due to some of these challenges and logistic challenges, that you don't want to lock in a cargo and say that let's say 1 month average. When the cargo even gets in and there is no ullage, as we currently having some challenges with some of the product because the whole country is flooded, all the storage facilities have got the product.
Okay.
The moment the vessel comes in here, and you've given, let's say, a monthly average, already for 2 weeks or so that you've not been able to discharge, in addition to the demurrage that you are incurring,
makes sense.
You are also you've also exposed yourself to the pricing risk that cannot even kick in.
All right. Fair point, Doc. So at least you made the point that your members are not hoarding. It's not in your interest. Finally, in one sentence, please, can you assure Ghanaians that there's supply, there's stock, and there's no cause for concern?
There are enough in the country that in terms of product supply security, we don't have an issue with that.
All right.
But as we do the daily spot for some of the market, nobody who is triggering tomorrow would want to use today's price to sell.
Interesting. The next question really would be, how does the MPA's floor price play out in all of this with the daily spikes we are seeing?
So the floor price that MPA normally gives is for the oil marketing companies within a specific window.
Fair point. Thank you so much. Dr. Patrick Ofori is the CEO of the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors. That'll be all time will allow us. We'll go for a quick break. This is Visitors Focus here on TV3. Stay with us.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you bank like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
This is a chance of a lifetime. My opportunity. Your opportunity. Let's build Ghana together.
Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Life can be giving it to you with like that. And everything around you will be affected big time. Too many uncertainties and fears. But with the right partner like Empo Life Insurance Ghana, you are sorted. Say kutu, say bam. You get the best healthcare, solid pensions trust policies, and the peace of mind to grow your business and focus on what truly matters. Empo Insurance, empowering people.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you bank like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Ghana coming out again, the same squad. For the ball, he's got it! Throw it down, pin!
Sports Station shows on Mondays at 9 p.m. on TV3.
Sports Station is brought to you by
Welcome back. This is Business Focus here on TV3 with me, Michael Obodu. We'll continue our conversation on the impact of the Middle East on Ghana, and now we segue to the agricultural sector. Well, to help us situate the conversation is the CEO of the Chamber of Agribusiness Ghana, Anthony Morrison. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Michael.
Why should we be worried or concerned about Israel-Iran-US conflict and our food security?
Well, thank you very much, and very good evening to your cherished viewers. Well, as you may well know, Ghana imports quite a number of food inputs from China, from India, We're talking about rice. We're talking about our agrochemicals, seeds from India. And I'm sure you're also aware that China is Ghana's biggest trade partner. So we're actually not talking about only direct food, but also other derivatives in terms of fertilizer, in terms of seeds from India, in terms of most of the agrochemicals are actually also imported from China. And we're also talking about our other equipment that we use, that the smallholder use, the planters, the Wellington boots, the sprayers, everything, majority, 90% are from China.
Okay. So now that this, I'm tempted to say Russia, Ukraine, now that this Iran-Israel issue has sprung up, how does this really affect, for instance, input supplies, fertilizer, and the likes?
Well, as a country, we do not have reserves. And I don't think government itself has a better buffer in place and a data to tell us that this is the quantity of fertilizer or agrochemicals or seeds that we have as a buffer. And that is why the chamber has called in for a strategic session with the minister and the president for us to begin to look at how we can work with stakeholders as a team and build some system for force majeures of this nature. We're talking about this. This is an agriculture emergency. We may not feel it right now, but in the subsequent weeks where we are now about to, this is our major season.
Yeah.
So we need to be sure that we are not cutting ourselves low in view of achieving our major season targets. And don't forget, the president, His Excellency, also have the vision of making food affordable for Ghanaians. And to drive that, you need a better, cheaper input, affordable input. As we speak on the global market, urea have moved from $60 to $80 per metric ton, and that is projected to go as far as 120.
And it's a byproduct of crude.
Yes, and we also import about 554,000 metric tons of NPK fertilizer derivatives. And
from where exactly?
From majority from China, few from Europe.
Okay.
So those are some of the things we need to be looking at. Now, what we are saying is clear. As a country, can we have an established system where we do have a national fertilizer reserve?
Okay.
Okay, we need a reserve. Now, over the past 12 years, the chamber has been calling for a national seed bank. It is time we set up our national seed bank. Over 95% of all our vegetables we consume, apart from cayenne pepper or Legon 18, are all imported. For your carrots, your cabbage, your watermelon, whatever, onion, we import tomatoes, we import all the seeds. So, assuming that this issue drags on for the next 3 to 6 months, what are we going to do? Now, as a country, we have to be strategic. And we've called over the past years that there must be a policy that addresses no waste on our farms, no waste systems on our farms. Now, as a country, our agricultural waste is estimated at 760 billion cedis. And this is the waste alone in the system. Meanwhile, we spend over 15 or so on importation, $15 billion or so on importation of fertilizers and other agrochemicals and seeds. What we are saying is that in addressing this issue, let's declare each district in each region. Okay, let me make it work. Let's declare a district in a region as an organic district.
Okay.
Then come up with a policy where all the waste we have, already people are doing organic fertilizer, but we need to make sure that we are breaking the macro substances into micro for easy uptake by the plant.
But we know organic fertilizer is not sustainable. If
it is look, anyone would please.
Let me land.
That's not expertise. Don't say it's not expertise.
Can I finish my point?
I am an expert in that.
Can I finish my point?
So Anthony, so make it okay.
I understand that when you when you want to produce on a large scale, what, for instance, you can do.
What's your definition of large scale?
Please let me finish. If you want to produce on a large scale, organic fertilizer may not be able to get you the amount of output you would want in terms of produce as compared to inorganic fertilizer.
For the current outputs that we are doing, we are not competing with the likes of Brazil, California, and the rest.
Okay.
What we are doing, the organic fertilizer can easily uptake it.
Okay.
And you see, technically, a lot of people will bring in other measures, but this is clearly what we need to do.
Thankfully, I wasn't wrong. Hold on.
Okay.
How bad can it get, briefly, if this war continues for, say, the next 3 months or to the end of the year? How bad can it get for Ghana?
Well, it's a blessing in disguise for we, the rice farmers and the maize farmers. Now that the imported rice cannot come in and the price of imported rice will go up, so farmers will be able to sell their paddies to the millers. Now, we need to also improvise the innovations. Now, aside that, we have also called in for government to situate an agriculture emergency fund.
Okay.
In times of this nature, a fund of that nature is critical to unlock all the potentials and the gaps that they're in.
You want an emergency fund, you want a seed bank, you want a
fertilizer reserve.
Fertilizer reserve. You want one region, one organic district.
Yes, but
you have a lot of wants, you know.
What we are saying is that there are tariffs on fertilizer, 12% tariff on fertilizer.
You want that removed?
We want that removed.
How soon?
Oh, well, it has to be declared now because if that is on top of all the other increases that is going on on the global market, farmers cannot procure fertilizer.
Thank you so much. Anthony Morrison is the CEO of the Chamber of Agribusiness Ghana, bringing us some perspective on how Ghana could be impacted with the Middle East tensions. But he just made us understand that it's a two-edged sword. There's also the pro side of it, but we'll see how things pan out. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Michael Obodu. That'll be all for today's edition of Business Focus. Catch you same time next week. As always, please stay safe.
Business Focus is brought to you by EcoBank, Telecel.
Overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, Elmina Castle stands as one of Ghana's most powerful historic landmarks. Built in 1482, it became a major slave trading post where thousands were held before being sent across the Atlantic. Today, it serves as a place of remembrance, honoring the resilience of those who endured unimaginable hardship. Now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Elmina Castle welcomes visitors from around the